Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. And today's video, we're going to discuss, my final thoughts on the Pili house build and choosing a contractor here in the Philippines. Uh, you know, it's not the same as in the US. Um, and we've lived here a year now, actually over a year, a little over a year now. And I just want to bring my thoughts out about the final thoughts on the Pili house build. The first thing about choosing a contractor here in the Philippines is get referrals. But in this case, we did get referrals, but they were new builds also, and they hadn't lived and they hadn't really lived there for any major length of time. Um, the person we got the referral from is now having issues themselves from the same contractor. And unfortunately, they're in the same boat we are. Um, the contractor is just not worthless, in my opinion, but I will not be mentioning a name or a company or anything because I want no way to people to deal with this person if they can avoid it. When you do, like I said, when you do check other clients, um, you know, find out how they are. Hopefully, they've been living there for 6 months to a year, which would be better. That way, you'll find out, do they really uphold their warranty and their contract information and not just pull out some BS. Uh, when you choose one, you find one, you got your referral, and then you go to meet this contractor and have a sit down with them, and you kind of discuss, what you want. Cabinets, rooms. If you already have a plan, uh, kind of bring that up that you don't need the architecture part. You already have a plan. You just need the builder part. Some contractors here also do the architect part, and if they do, talk to them, see how much it is. Our architect didn't turn out to be such a good deal. I mean, it was an architect. They did house plans, got everything up, but we may have been able to find it for a lesser price. The other thing I want to bring out is when you're sitting there discussing what you want, write down, right? Take some notes. Hey, I talked about this lighting. I talked about this kind of lighting. I talked about this kind of cabinets. I talked about if you have on the plans, do you want to change anything off of it? Kind of bring that up first, all right? And then that way, write a little note. And that way, when you get the contract, um, read every word in that contract. Don't skip anything. Don't assume anything that's in it. We made a mistake. We did not read every word. One word can change the conditions of what you thought was going to happen. That we had one word change cost us 140,000 pesos. Just so you know, um, because we didn't read every word, and when it come time for other things to finish, we found out, oh, they weren't covered in the contract. We had to pay extra. There's a couple of things like that. There's some things we didn't know. So sit down and discuss. Okay, what do you want? What kind of roof do you want? Do you want a steel roof? Do you want a flat roof? What? So that's things that you need to discuss. And then when you get your contract, read over it because besides one other thing, our roof was not mentioned, and they put in some sloppy roof that's normal here in the Philippines. It works, but it's just not the style that we wanted for our roof. Um, Now, once you start, when you get the contract, it should lay out the payments. You're going to pay 1/3 at this date. You're going to pay 1/3 at this milestone. You're going to pay, that'll be 2/3. You're going to pay the final at the end. Okay, we were nice, and when the contractor came to us begging for money because he had other clients that he was having to take care of, he didn't have the money. We went ahead and paid him early on a couple of milestones. They don't care. Well, our contractor had no gratitude over that. I had him take out a section of a piece of wall that was going to be put in, saved money on that. Did I get offered any kind of compensation? Did I get any gratitude that I saved them money? No. So don't, okay? Unless you get something in writing, say, if I do this, you're going to do that, or this. Get it in writing, especially for the final payment. We really made a mistake of paying off the final payment early. They weren't done with everything. We still had issues that they needed to fix. But we went ahead and paid it because we thought that they would keep up with the work. Excuse me. It just turned out being that we screwed ourselves. If I had to go back, they still wouldn't have their final payment because they are not done. We have issues with our doors. And they're claiming because we had somebody help with the doors because they took so long to get them installed. We did have somebody else install them. But it was their doors that we used, and it was their door jambs that we used, and it's just horrible. We had to go back through and have half of our doors redone by somebody competent that can get it done. I'm really not happy about it. I'm happy with the people that we're going to have do it because their work is outstanding, and I will recommend them all day long. And if you want, you can message me, and I will let you know who I do recommend. I will not bring up anybody else, the contractor's name from here. I would, it might slip out if we're at a party together or if we're, talking to each other or something. But other than that, I won't be bringing them up because I don't want to advertise for them, and I don't want to even pretend like they're being recommended. I will never, ever recommend this contractor ever again. Actually, I've never recommended him to begin with because this all crap started. The other thing, like I said, don't pay early. That's their responsibility to make sure they meet the milestones for the payment. If they don't meet the milestones, then don't pay them. Okay. The other thing, just in conclusion, do your due diligence to find a contractor that you like. Maybe if you get a referral, like I said, hopefully the referral people referring them have had work done with them that's been over a year old, 6 months to a year. That way, if they had issues, they came back and fixed it. They worked at it and got her done. All right. That's just my take on contractors here in the Philippines. In the U.S., it's different. You'd still have milestones and all that, but it's easier to get work done, especially if it's in the contract. Here, it's not so good. All right, they'll use excuses and oh, we can't do this, or I'm not going to do this because you had this done, or nothing about what we discussed at the first meeting. Nothing about I saved money on having a certain wall not put in. Um, I still got charged. We still got charged for every little thing, and we just had enough. That person, the contractor, is no longer welcome here. Uh, they have what they call house blessings. We haven't done ours yet. Emmy's waiting to make sure everything's done. Then we'll have the house blessing, but that person will definitely not be here for that. So anyway, that's my little rant. Uh, the next video I hope will be on a better note. Uh, like I said, don't pick your contractor. Take care. Write things down, especially if you discuss something. Don't pay early. Don't pay off the final payment early. And then I think it'll be better off all the way around. Thank you for watching. Bless you all. If you like and subscribe, oh man, excuse me. Go ahead and like and subscribe. If you have comments, go ahead and put a comment. I will not be revealing this person's name over media or anything like that. My family knows who it is if you want to talk to one of them, but I won't be saying anything about it. Um, anyway, have a great day, a blessed day, and thank you for watching.